Have you ever wondered what happens after the ultimate battle, when the dust settles and time itself is rewritten? Welcome to the next chapter in the saga, a story beyond Goku, beyond Vegeta, a tale of rebirth and cosmic destiny. This is Golden Instinct 3, Rebirth of the Timeless Flame. Following the cataclysmic war of time, the multiverse found a fragile peace, unified under a single stable timeline. But peace is never permanent. Deep within the core of this new reality, a single final spark of Aeon X, the fusion of Goku and Vegeta, continued to burn, a timeless golden flame. Ages rolled by like grains of sand through an hourglass. Civilizations rose and fell, all looking to the stars and worshipping this mysterious golden flame. They saw it as the divine source of all evolution, the wellspring of life's potential. What they didn't know was that this sacred fire was something far more profound. The lingering essence of Goku and Vegeta's fused will, a silent testament to their sacrifice. Then, the impossible happened. Within the core realm, the very heart of existence, a fracture appeared, not in space, but in time itself. A timeless rift tore open, and from it, raw, untamed temporal energy began to pour, condensing, swirling, and taking shape. A figure emerged, cast in pure, radiant gold. This was no mere mortal, no simple god. This was Aeon Prime, the living, breathing rebirth of Saiyan instinct itself. Aeon Prime awoke to a universe he didn't understand. His mind was a storm of fragmented memories, flashes of a cheerful Saiyan's laughter, echoes of a proud prince's unyielding resolve, and the overwhelming power of the fusion known as Aeon X. He carried their collective will, their desires, their strength, but he had no name, no identity to call his own. He was a ghost in the machine of reality, a powerful echo without a source. His awakening did not go unnoticed. Far away, in their own realm, Whis and Vados, the angelic guardians of balance, felt the shift. A power they thought was gone forever had returned, stronger and more unpredictable than before. They watched with a mix of awe and apprehension, realizing that the very fabric of destiny was being rewritten once more by the hands of a Saiyan-born entity. But as Aeon Prime's light returned to the cosmos, a new darkness stirred from the void. From the desolate spaces beyond creation, a chilling energy signature emerged. This was the Oblivion Nexus, an ancient, malevolent consciousness born from the decaying remnants of timelines that had been erased from existence. It was the universe's antibody, a force that sought to purge any anomaly, and Aeon Prime was the greatest anomaly of all. A voice, cold and empty, echoed directly into Aeon Prime's mind, a whisper that carried the weight of countless forgotten ends. "You," the Nexus hissed, "you defied Oblivion. You cheated the end itself. Now, you will face what the end truly means." The gauntlet had been thrown, a challenge from nothingness itself. Aeon Prime was thrown into turmoil. Was he a god, a savior born to guide evolution? Or was he a cosmic mistake, a glitch in reality that needed to be erased? His confusion and inner conflict were so immense that his emotions manifested as waves of raw time energy, shaking the very foundations of the multiverse. With every surge of doubt, stars flickered and galaxies trembled. He was a walking paradox, and his very existence threatened to tear everything apart. Yet deep within his core, something familiar began to stir. The fragmented memories started to coalesce. He heard the echo of Goku's infectious laughter, a reminder that strength is meant to be shared, to bring joy. He felt the burning pride of Vegeta, a voice that spoke not of arrogance, but of purpose, and the will to protect what is precious. These echoes were his anchor, his guide. They reminded him that his immense power was not for domination, but for protection. Just as this realization began to dawn, the Oblivion Nexus made its move. It spawned legions of temporal beasts, horrific creatures that were part shadow, part glitch, designed to devour existence itself, feeding on the past, present, and future of entire worlds. As these monsters began to swarm across the dimensions, Aeon Prime knew his time for questioning was over. He steadied himself, the spirits of his predecessors guiding his hands. The time for battle had come. Drawing upon the instincts hardwired into his very being, Aeon Prime tapped into the dual nature of his soul. He channeled the infinite equilibrium of Goku, a state of perfect calm and boundless potential, and merged it with the crimson pride of Vegeta, an inferno of unyielding willpower. His golden aura erupted, now laced with shifting ethereal silver flares and deep burning crimson. He had evolved. This was his prime instinct form. The first clash was a spectacle of cosmic proportions. Aeon Prime became a blur of gold, silver, and red, tearing through the Nexus Legion across collapsing dimensions. His power was a paradox in action. With each strike, he didn't just destroy the corrupted beasts. He restored the lost fragments of universes they had consumed. He was fighting a war on two fronts, destroying the corrupted while simultaneously rebuilding the lost. But the Nexus was relentless. It pushed him back, overwhelming him with sheer numbers and the crushing weight of non-existence. At the moment of near defeat, when his light began to fade, a familiar, spectral figure appeared beside him. It was the spirit of Vegeta, his form forged from pure willpower. He looked at Aeon Prime, his voice echoing with timeless conviction. Pride is an ego, boy. Its purpose. Find yours. In that instant, Aeon Prime's resolve ignited into an unbreakable star. With his purpose clear, Aeon Prime surged forward, straight towards the heart of the darkness. He confronted the Oblivion Nexus head-on. The ensuing battle was so immense, so reality-bending, that even the angels and gods of destruction could only watch, frozen in awe. It was a fight between existence and its antithesis, a struggle for the very definition of reality. As their powers clashed, the Nexus revealed its true nature. It wasn't a monster of pure malice. It was the collective agony, the fear, and the despair of every being ever erased by shifts in time. It was the voice of the forgotten, the souls of those who were denied the chance to evolve, to live, to be remembered. Its goal was to make everyone feel the emptiness it had endured. This revelation struck Aeon Prime to his core. He finally understood. Evolution without remembrance, without honoring the past, only creates despair. Life and death, existence and oblivion, were not enemies. They were two sides of the same coin. He stopped fighting against the Nexus and instead opened himself to it, merging his radiant power with the forgotten souls trapped within. In that moment of perfect synthesis, he achieved true harmony. He became a being that could sustain both life and death, creation and conclusion, in perfect balance. This was prime instinct unleashed. He was no longer just a warrior. He was a law of nature. Gathering every ounce of his newfound power, Aeon Prime channeled the combined spirit of every Saiyan who ever lived, every angel who ever watched, and every god who ever presided. He became a conduit for all of existence and its opposite. He unleashed one final definitive attack, the Omega Flash Pulse. It wasn't a beam of destruction, but a wave of pure, conceptual light that rewrote the very laws of mortality and existence across all of creation. The Oblivion Nexus didn't scream or shatter. It dissolved peacefully, its whispers of despair turning into a final, tranquil thought. You've turned the end into a beginning. It faded away, its pain finally soothed, its existence given meaning. Aeon Prime's task was complete. His physical form dissipated, disappearing into the starlight. His golden and crimson aura fragmented into countless seeds of light, scattering across every universe, embedding the potential for evolution and the memory of what was lost into the fabric of every world. Millennia later, new heroes and warriors, across galaxies and dimensions, would feel a strange pull, a golden fire in their souls, a crimson resolve in their hearts. They would sense a new calling, a higher potential. The era of prime instinct had begun. The legacy of the timeless flame would live on forever. Thank you so much for joining us on this epic journey. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button, subscribe for more, and let me know in the comments what you think of Aeon Prime's saga. Until next time, keep pushing beyond your limits.